Afternoon. Little bit of a change of pace for me. Butter churn. A friend of mine rang me up weekend, said he wanted to get his butter churn working again. Bought a brand new motor. I reckon he bought it a year, maybe 2 years ago, because of the state of it. It's been sitting around. He had to go at fitting it onto his original base, but he's hollowed out these and he's bent his foot, and anyway he decided could do him a bit of TIG welding and welding a new plate on to mount it. That went on a little bit from there as to could he put some new feet on it, and oh by the way, I haven't got a switch to turn it on, so we've got a direct online starter for it to go onto it. Where I'm going to mount that I'm not sure. And a bit of cable and a bit of stainless, and it's got a kill switch on it. If you take the lid off, or if you open the guard, belt guard, it's got a stop, which I've had a bit of information off the bloke who supplied me with this. He's set me up so I can turn that off. So yeah, we're going to crack on and get this done. Right, so we've roughed out our belt position. Got a bit of rod wedged behind the back of the driven pulley, which gives us a pointer to our front pulley. Roughly lined that up and marked that out on the original plate with a bit of a wedge and a prop just to hold the motor straight. We've got adjustment to get the motor square on the mount, and we've got a little bit of adjustment on this pulley. We can move it in and out to correct any final adjustment, and a little bit of adjustment on the screw butt on the bolt holes in the feet. So the next thing to do was to, from that, was to make a plate. Marked it out underneath, drilled the holes, cut the plate out, drilled the holes, deburred it. So now we're going to weld the corners up, and then we're going to cut this plate off and weld our new plate on. Okay, we've mounted our new motor mount onto its bar and welded it into place. We've jacked it up so it's in the all the way in position, and this is so we can measure the belt that we need, the length of the belt that we need. I've also mounted the new, temporary mounted the new rubber feet on the bottom, just to give me a stable platform. We only had one foot on it, rattling around all over the place. So to get the belt size, we need the size of the diameter of the big pulley, the diameter of the small pulley. So out with the big vernier, measured that. Small vernier measured that one. So we've got a pulley of 275mm and 59mm. And then he wanted the centre distance, which I've taken the overall and then subtracted half the diameter and half the diameter there to give me the overall, to give me the exact centre distance, which worked out at 287mm. Next on the list of things to do is we're going to remount the guard, and on the front of the guard we're going to, on the hinge section, we're going to mount the switch box, turn it on and off. Hopefully that'll go well. Right, we'll crack on and get that done. Right, took a few measurements, sorted out a few bits, made a mounting plate, stainless steel, 1.5mm thick stainless steel, probably a lot heavier than it needed to be, but that's what I had. The mounting plate on the back was a bit of 3mm, which that was a direct copy of the original. So that should be strong enough. So cut it, welded the corners, cut it, bent it, welded the corners, made a little mounting bracket on it just to space it out a little bit from the hinge. Then we'll get that fitted on there, and our switch box should fit on here, no problem at all. The switch we're using is a direct online, a DOL switch. It's got a magnetic contactor, which is operated with the switches pressed. It's got a overload which has been matched to the motor, which is set, and it's got tags on it for our safety switch from our door guard, the lid guard and the belt guard. So hopefully that'll work okay and get that sorted out. So right, next thing is to mount it all and to run the wiring. Test run just to make sure that the door opens okay before we go wiring it all up and having to change everything. So it's just, we've got clearance on the door, we can get to the belt and nothing fails. Got the wiring done, run around with the meter, quick check. I've got a secure earth to the case for a safety feature. Got it held on by a pair of pliers at the moment, got a drill hole and put a nut into that. We're plugged in, so we're live, so bit of a test. There you go. Okay, so our motor works and our safety switch works. Let's put that back, make sure that doesn't come back on. No, that's all right. So that's, we've got our two safeties sorted out. If the power goes off, it turns the machine off. If you open the lid or you open the belt cover, it cuts the power. So it should be as safe as it was originally. Belt arrived this morning, put it on the machine, got it tracked, because it's a flat belt, bit like a linishing belt or a belt sander belt. You have to track the motor a little bit to get the thing to run square where you want it. I've got it running slightly to the back of the pulley, because as any wear takes place and the motor might move back, a little bit, play on the bolts or anything, sort of settle in because of the belt tension, it's going to come back, which is going to run it further into the middle. So I don't think we've got any problems. All okay, runs okay, tracks nicely, all the switches work, all cable tied, all the secured P-clips all the cable into place so that it doesn't rub on anything. Should be that should take care of that. As I say, it all works. Shut the side guard. It vibrates a little bit, but I think that probably some of that will stop when it's actually got a load to work against. Well, there we have it. Hopefully he's happy. He won't be happy with the bill, because they never are. But hey, never mind.